Good morning, dear friend. I don't know where you are sitting at this moment, maybe at your desk, on your usual commute, or simply in your familiar chair at home. But I believe that if your eyes are on these words right now, it means that somewhere deep within you, there is a longing for something more than what you currently have. You may not call it by a specific name, but you can feel that you need a breakthrough, a turning point, an open door, a fresh flow of blessing over your life, not just in finances, work, or opportunities, but in peace, inner freedom, healed relationships, and the sense that you are truly living in what God has intended for you. Ephesians 3:2 says, "Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us." This verse is not just a beautiful slogan. It is a reminder that blessings and breakthroughs do not start from our ability, but from his power, quietly working within our hearts. When we speak of breakthrough blessings, we often think first of changes that are easy to see: a salary increase, a better job, open doors, debts resolved, or a major opportunity appearing right before our eyes. Those things are real, desirable, and absolutely things God delights to give us. But if we stop only at what can be counted, measured, or tracked, we unintentionally overlook the deeper part of blessing the person we become throughout the journey of waiting, trusting, and walking with him. Sometimes, blessing is not only about what you receive, but also who you are transformed to become. The breakthrough you long for may begin with the way he changes how you see everything, how you view your worth, how you place him in your decisions, and how your heart begins to align with his ways. And from that inner transformation, one by one, the outer doors start to open in ways you never expected. Perhaps for a long time you have been praying for blessing and breakthrough, yet life still seems to move slowly in circles. You still have the same job, the same income, the same financial pressures, and the same relationships that seem endlessly unhealed. In moments like these, it is so easy to feel as though your prayers are drifting into the void and God is silent. But friend, his silence does not mean his absence. Often, in the very seasons when nothing seems to be happening, he is quietly laying the foundation for a lasting breakthrough, not a temporary moment. He is not only preparing circumstances to shift, but also preparing your heart so that when the blessing comes, you are mature enough to hold it, steward it, and use it in ways that honor him and bring long-term goodness into your life. When we think about breakthrough, we typically imagine breaking out of something, breaking out of debt, breaking out of stagnation, breaking out of limitations, breaking out of long seasons of dryness. But sometimes, for a true breakthrough to happen, God begins by pulling us out of an old version of ourselves, out of fearful thinking, out of mindsets built on lack, out of viewing life through comparison and jealousy, out of habits that waste our time and resources. He desires to move us from reacting to circumstances into living from the inside out, from a heart anchored in trust. True blessing is not only having more, but living differently, living in a new order where he is the center, and money, opportunities, and relationships follow in their rightful place. One gentle yet honest truth we must face is this: sometimes we are the very ones holding ourselves back at the edge of breakthrough. It is not that God does not want to bless us, but that certain things inside us still cling tightly: unseen fears, old habits, limiting patterns of thought, or choices we know are unhealthy but continue to feed. We say we desire a new door, yet we keep standing before old doors that have long decayed. We long for new blessings, yet we do not allow him to touch the places within us that need transformation. Breakthrough does not always come from the outside. Often it begins when we allow him to break an old pattern within us to replace it with a new mindset, a new way of living, and a new direction for our lives. Do you realize that many prayers for a breakthrough, a blessing, are, in fact, cries for clarity and courage? We do not only need money, opportunities, or new relationships. We also need illumination to know which direction to take, and the strength to take the very first step. Most of the time, God is already at work opening possibilities, bringing connections, aligning circumstances. Yet, because we fear failure, fear instability, fear rejection, we stay inside the small, familiar comfort zone we have built. A breakthrough is often not a miracle that happens overnight, but a series of small, courageous steps when you do the right thing, even when no one applauds. When you dare to release something old, even though it feels familiar. When you choose to learn something new, even if you feel like you are starting later than everyone else. You may also feel unworthy of blessing or breakthrough. You remember past mistakes, seasons of unwise financial choices, relationships you damaged, opportunities you let slip away. You ask yourself, would God still want to bless me? Is it too late for me to start again? If questions like these linger in your heart, remember this: God's blessings are not based on your flawless record, but on His grace and His kindness. He does not ignore the consequences of poor decisions. Yet He does not use your past to lock your future shut. He can take those costly lessons and build from them new wisdom, new humility, and a deeper gratitude, qualities that will help you sustain the blessing when it comes. When we talk about blessing, we must also learn to look beyond the present moment. There are seasons in which you may feel as though you are not breaking through at all, perhaps even slowing down, being delayed, or pulled backward. Yet many times, the very seasons that seem stagnant are the seasons in which God is cultivating things you will only understand later. Patience, the ability to wait without giving up, faithfulness in small responsibilities, gratitude in ordinary days. These seeds may not give you a dazzling picture right away, but when blessing arrives, they become the deep roots that keep you steady in moments of sudden success. There are doors He has not opened, not because He has forgotten you, but because He loves you enough not to let you enter a room you are not yet prepared to stay in for the long term. Right now, you may be longing for breakthrough in a certain area of your life, perhaps finances, career, health, marriage, family, calling, or even your spiritual walk. Each of these areas carries its own story, its own wounds, and its own dreams. But they all share something in common in every area. God desires to be present not only as the problem solver, but as the one who walks with you, teaches you, guides you, and transforms you. He does not simply want to give you a single breakthrough. He wants to lead you into a new way of living, a way that constantly asks, am I walking in what God desires? Am I using His blessings in ways that honor Him? Am I living as someone loved, chosen, and sent? Breakthrough in our lives is also always connected to the people around us. The blessings God gives you are not only so you can breathe easier and feel more secure, they are so you can become a vessel of blessing for others. Your financial breakthrough may become encouragement and support for a struggling family. Your healing in marriage may become a testimony for couples on the brink of collapse. Your journey of being freed from shame, addiction, or emotional pain may become hope for those who believe there is no way out. Blessing does not stop with you, through you. It becomes part of a story far greater than anything you could imagine. This morning, as you get ready to step into a new day with so many things waiting ahead, my hope is that you will not only pray for a breakthrough to make everything easier, but that you will also open your heart to Him and ask for a breakthrough from the inside out. A breakthrough in the way you see yourself, not as someone who is always lacking, but as someone who is loved, prepared, and sent out. A breakthrough in the way you see money, not only as a burden, but as a tool to express gratitude and to share with others. A breakthrough in the way you see slow days, not as wasted time, but as a season of sowing for a greater harvest. A breakthrough in the way you trust Him, not only when everything is smooth, but also when everything is silent, unclear, and beyond your control. And then, as we step together into prayers for a breakthrough of blessing over your life, my hope is that you will not pray with the posture of a beggar standing outside the gate, but as a child coming home, talking with their Father, the one who already knows exactly what you need, who knows exactly what you have been through, and who patiently waits for you to open your heart so He can lead you further than you have ever dared to dream. Let the expectation in your heart this morning not only be a longing for something to happen, but a longing that who you are will be touched by Him, renewed by Him, so that when the blessing comes, you can step into it and live fully in it. The breakthrough of blessing you are waiting for can begin right now, in this very moment when you choose to believe that He is at work even when your eyes cannot yet see it, and when you are willing to let Him continue writing the story of breakthrough over your own life. Lord, this morning I come to You just as I am, with my worries, my unfinished dreams, and the limitations I have so often built around myself. I confess that there have been times when I only longed for outward blessings, a better job, a new open door, an amount of money that would make me worry less. But deep down, I know that what I need most is a breakthrough that starts from within, in the place of my thoughts, my beliefs, my fears, and the way I see myself. Please begin that breakthrough in my heart first. Lord, please touch the places I still hide, the corners I keep trying to protect, the distorted beliefs I have held on to as if they were truth. Break the judgments I have spoken over myself, the phrases I am not worthy, I'm not good enough, I can never change that I have repeated over and over inside. Replace them with Your word that I am loved by You, chosen by You, and destined for a future filled with hope. Give me the courage to step out of the old version of myself, out of harmful habits, out of ways of using my time, talents, and money that only revolve around the fear of not having enough. Teach me to live as a child who truly believes that their Father is rich, faithful, and always working for their good. May the breakthrough of blessing over my life begin the very moment I allow You to renew my heart, so that from there, every choice, every step, every decision I make will reflect a person whom You are leading into a new season of favor. Lord, I thank You because You do not only see what is happening on the outside, but You also see clearly every thought and every hidden stream of anxiety running through my mind. I confess that there have been times I looked at my circumstances with my own narrow eyes and saw only dead ends, blockages, lack, and delays. I have often put limits on You with the small frameworks I drew in my own mind, thinking that You could only work in ways I could understand. Today, I ask that You break through my old way of thinking and widen my vision in You. Lord, please teach me to see slow days as a season of sowing, not a season of being forgotten. Help me to see that delays are not always rejection. Sometimes they are Your quiet protection, a pause in which You are preparing me for something greater. Open my eyes to recognize Your hand at work in the smallest details, in closed doors, in seemingly random encounters, and even in the moments when I hear, "Not yet." Father, please break in me the habit of focusing only on what I lack, so that I may begin to count my blessings and recognize Your grace in the smallest things each day. Help me no longer walk as someone dragged along by circumstances, but as one who knows they have a Father who goes ahead, who clears the path, and who arranges every step. From this day forward, may my mindset rise above fear and comparison, And may I learn to see everything through the lens of hope, trust, and gratitude in you. Lord, I come before you and lay down the area where I am most prone to worry: my finances, my provision, the bills, the payments, and the responsibilities weighing upon me. There are nights when I lie down and my mind still spins with questions. How will it be enough? What if I can't keep up? What will the future look like? I do not want to live my whole life in fear of lack. But I know I need you to pull me out of that cycle and lead me into a new way of living in trust. Your word says, "Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us." Ephesians 3:20. Please make this verse come alive in my heart, not merely as written words, but as unshakable conviction. Lord, please break through in the area of my finances, not only through unexpected miracles, but through teaching me stewardship, discipline, and faithfulness in the little things. Adjust the way I view money, no longer as a master I must chase after, but as a tool you place in my hands for wise and grace-filled use. Help me step away from impulsive spending, emotional decisions, and the habit of living only for today while forgetting the future. Teach me to live intentionally, wisely, and with clarity. I ask that you grant me new opportunities, open doors for work, fresh ideas, and wisdom in my job so that my income may grow. But above all, to keep my heart from being bound by money and anchor it firmly in you. May the breakthrough of blessing in my finances become a testimony of grace so that when others look at my life, they see clearly that it is not because I am capable, but because you are kind, generous, and faithful. Lord, I lift up to you my family and the relationships closest to my heart, places filled with joy, but also carrying wounds, misunderstandings, distance, and words left unsaid. I know there are things that have lingered for years, cracks so familiar that everyone has quietly learned to live with them. Yet deep inside, we still long for breakthrough, for a new season of peace, respect, and genuine love. God, please begin with each of our hearts. Break down the walls of pride, hurt, and the stubborn thoughts like I'm right, they're wrong, as well as the assumptions I have clung to for too long about my loved ones. Heal old memories, careless words, moments of absence, and the times we hurt one another without meaning to. Teach us how to apologize and forgive, how to speak truth with humility, and how to listen, not to defend, but to understand. Please bring breakthrough into the atmosphere of my home. Let tension be replaced with harmony, criticism with encouragement, and cold silence with sincere conversation. May my household become a place where blessing flows, not a place where bitterness, resentment, or curses find room to grow. From this day onward, may every meal, every conversation, and every shared decision be an opportunity for your blessing to be revealed more clearly among us. Lord, I realize that many limitations in my life do not come from external circumstances, but from the fact that I do not fully understand who I am in you. There are days I live as though I am lacking, always feeling like I am on the lower side of life, always thinking I am not good enough to be chosen, not capable enough to be entrusted, or not worthy enough to receive blessing. I have allowed criticism, past failures, and the judgments of others to define me rather than your words over my life. Lord, today I ask you to break through in my identity. Please remind me that I am a child of the King above all kings, redeemed at a precious price, called by my own name, and placed within a plan far greater than anything I can imagine. Help me stop comparing myself to others, stop living under the weight of inferiority, and begin to stand firmly on the truth that I am unconditionally loved long before I ever accomplished anything. Transform the way I speak about myself, not with words that belittle my worth, but with honest, humble, and hope-filled declarations. I am learning. I am being shaped by Him. I am growing in the Lord. Let this breakthrough in my identity be more than a fleeting emotion. May it become a daily process in which I choose to trust Your voice over the echoes of my past. From this day on, may I walk into each morning with the posture of a beloved and appointed child, rather than someone who must constantly prove their value. Lord, I thank You that my life is not a series of random days, but part of a meaningful design only You can fully see. There are moments when I feel lost, uncertain of why I was born, unsure of how You want to use me, unclear about where the path ahead may lead. I long for a breakthrough not only in material areas, but within my calling, my purpose, and the direction You have ordained for me. Your word once declared, "Behold, I will do a new thing. I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." Isaiah 43:19. Let this promise become light for the dim corners of my heart. Lord, please break the mindset that my life is merely about making a living, paying bills, and getting through each day. Awaken within me the dreams You planted, dreams now covered in dust by fear, harsh realities, or the opinions of others. Show me the gifts, abilities, experiences, and even the wounds You desire to use as a source of comfort and encouragement to others. Grant me sensitivity to recognize the doors You are opening for my calling, whether it is a new job, a field of service, or a group of people You are leading me to walk alongside. Give me courage to take every step, no matter how small or unclear, trusting that You go before me. May the breakthrough in my calling not be measured by reaching a certain position, but by living each day with the conviction that I am standing exactly where You placed me, doing what You have entrusted to me, and using my life to bring glory to Your name. Lord, we acknowledge that every breakthrough is deeply tied to one thing: the level of trust and obedience we give to You. How many times have we stopped right at the door You opened simply because fear held us back? Fear of change, fear of losing our safety, fear of being misunderstood, fear of failing, fear of stepping outside what is familiar. How many times have we asked You to move? Yet, when You invited us to take a specific step, we hesitated. Today, we ask You to break through our capacity to trust. Help us not only believe with our lips, but to lean the full weight of our lives upon Your promises. Teach us to obey in the small steps: how we manage our time, how we steward our resources, how we treat our families, how we work in our workplaces, and how we relate to those around us. Help us understand that breakthrough often does not come through dramatic miracles, but through a series of quiet, consistent acts of obedience, even when no one sees. Lord, please break through every fear, doubt, and overcalculation within us, so that we may dare to say to You, even though I cannot see the whole path ahead, I still choose to follow Your call. May our trust and obedience become fertile soil where Your blessings can take root, grow, and bear abundant fruit in our lives, not only for our own good, but also for the good of many others. Lord, when I pray for breakthrough and blessing over my life, I do not want to stop at being blessed. I long for my life to become a channel, a vessel through which Your goodness flows to others. Break through every selfish mindset in me, every desire to keep things for myself, every tendency to prioritize only my own safety, so that I may live as a faithful steward of all You have entrusted to me: my time, my talents, my resources, my experiences, and my heart. God, I ask that every financial breakthrough you give me becomes an opportunity for generosity to give more freely, to support those who lack, and to lift up those who are just starting out. May breakthroughs in my family become a testimony to homes that are hurting, so they may see that you can heal, restore, and transform the atmosphere within any house. And may the breakthroughs in my spiritual life, freedom from shame, guilt, and fear become a source of hope for those who believe they no longer have a chance to rise again. Break through the limitations of my heart, Lord, so that I may dare to love, dare to give, and dare to draw near to those I once hesitated to approach. With every blessing you place in my hands, help me ask, Lord, how do you want me to use this to bring you glory and serve others? May my life be more than a story of someone rescued, blessed, and transformed. Let it become the story of a river of grace beginning from you, flowing through me, and reaching every life I touch each day. Let that be the most beautiful breakthrough you bring forth in me. Lord, today I pause to thank you not only for the things I can see, but also for the silent works. You have done things I could never have overcome without you. I thank you for the doors you have opened, and also for the doors you have closed to protect me from what I could not understand at the time. I thank you for every moment when I thought I was collapsing, yet you lifted me up at the exact right time. I thank you for the people you placed beside me, for the timely words of encouragement, and for the unexpected provisions that arrived from places I could never have imagined. I know there are days when I see only lack and stagnation, yet you are quietly preparing good things for my future. Thank you for the lessons you have taught me through difficulty, patience, gratitude, humility, and complete dependence on you. Thank you that every step I take carries the imprint of your footsteps, and that even when I fail to recognize it, you continue to protect, sustain, strengthen, and lead me. Today, my heart is overflowing with gratitude, not because everything is perfect, but because I know that you are unfailingly faithful. Let this gratitude become the very breath I breathe each day, so that I may never forget that you alone are the source of every blessing I have now and every blessing yet to come. Lord, I thank you for the blessings you have poured over my life in this past season, both the great things that made my heart overflow with joy, and the small gifts I often overlooked. Thank you for the peace that returned after days that were once filled with anxiety. Thank you for the breakthroughs in my mind, for changing the way I see myself, the way I see my circumstances, and the way I see you. I thank you, Lord, for leading me out of my fears and out of the old patterns of thinking that kept me confined for far too long. I thank you for teaching me how to stand firm, how to trust, and how to wait without falling into despair. I thank you that even in the seasons when I felt the smallest and weakest, you still looked at me with eyes of love, still believed that I could keep moving forward, and still waited patiently for my heart to return to you. Thank you for new opportunities, for prayers that have been answered, and for beginnings I never dared to imagine. And above all, thank you for the person I am becoming under your molding hands, each day a softer heart, a deeper faith, and an inner freedom that only you can give. May everything I receive today become a living testimony that you are gracious, faithful, and always working beyond my expectations. I offer this thanksgiving to you with a heart full of gratitude and reverence. I lift these prayers and words of praise in the holy name of Jesus Christ. Amen. My dear friend, remember this: the journey toward breakthrough in your life does not begin with your own effort. It begins the moment you dare to open your heart honestly before Him. Even the simple act of sitting down, being still, listening, reflecting, and letting these words accompany you is already a quiet breakthrough, stepping out of the rush of life so your soul can make room for God to speak. to touch, and to guide you. Perhaps when you finish reading this, your external circumstances have not yet changed. The work is still there. The numbers you must take care of are still there. And the relationships that need healing are still there. But I hope you remember this true breakthrough begins within before it ever appears on the outside. When your heart rises above fear and comparison, when the way you see money is time to your worth, your family, and your calling is placed again under His light, when the words "I cannot" begin to give way to "if He wills." He will do it. That is when blessing has already begun to move. Sometimes, the greatest work He does is not changing the circumstances to fit our desires, but changing us so that we fit His good and perfect will. You may choose one of the prayers you've read and whisper it back to Him in your own way, or add your own words to it. You may write down what He nudges in your heart as you read a thing to release, a small step to take, a person to forgive, a financial decision to adjust, or a long-forgotten dream that needs to be awakened again. These small things, when placed in His hands, become the quiet stones that build the path of your breakthrough. And as the days ahead unfold, there will be moments when your faith rises strong, and moments when it sinks low. There will be days when you feel certain that God is working, and days when you silently wonder whether your prayers have even reached Him. In such moments, I hope you do not let a single chapter define your whole story. Today is only one part of a longer journey. He is writing with you. You have permission to be tired, to be weak, to cry, but you also have the right to keep believing. Not because you are strong, but because He never changes. May you walk away from these words with a lighter heart, a deeper hope, and one small yet precious decision to keep holding His hand. One day at a time. The rest, leave to Him, the one who loves you, knows you, and already sees the future ahead of you. May the blessing of the Lord cover you in every moment of this day, not merely as a passing feeling, but as a living stream flowing through your thoughts, your decisions, and your steps. May He open the eyes of your heart to recognize what He is doing, even in the smallest details. May His peace become your breath, helping you stand firm even when circumstances do not align with your plans. I pray that everything you touch today, your work, your relationships, your finances, your health, will be placed under His wise and gentle guidance. May the doors that need to close be firmly shut by His hand, and may the doors He has prepared for you open at the most perfect time. May your heart be free from fear, from comparison, and from the voices that make you doubt yourself. Above all, may you sense with clarity that you are not alone. God goes before you, walks beside you, and guards you from behind. Step into this new day with strength, gratitude, and a deep assurance that His blessings are drawing much closer than you imagine.